let's talk about Syria a little more. You and Secretary Tillerson, Secretary of State Tillerson, have said that Assad leaving power is no longer a priority. So let me return to your comments about human rights and your charge that Assad has committed war crimes. Do we just let that go?
So Assad is always a priority. That is not an issue. He is a war criminal. He has done terrible things to his own people. He has used chemical weapons on his own people. He continues to be a hindrance to peace in Syria, and that is something the administration strongly believes. But in addition to that, we need to start putting pressure on Russia and Iran in terms of the fact we need to get Iran out of there. We need to get the Iranian influence out of there. We
but
need
Assad
to strongly
can stay in
target
power.
ISIS.
Assad can stay in power? That's not a priority.
No, our goal is we want to bring Assad to justice. We want him to pay for the crimes that he's done. We're going to continue to let Russia know how dangerous it is to keep Assad in power. In addition to that, we're going to fight ISIS. We're going to try and bring stability back to the area. You don't have to have one or the other. We've got a lot of important issues. Assad's not going away, but we're not going to stop beating up on him. We're not going to stop saying that the way he treats the people in Syria is wrong, that he has actually killed his own people. And America will never stand for that.
Ambassador Haley, that sounds like talk, not walk.
Oh, no, the walk is there. If you go and you look at what we're trying to do in Syria, it's only been 2 months. Look at how much of a difference we've made at the United Nations just in the last 2 months. We are calling out Russia when we need to. We are working on making sure we push Iranian influence out when it comes to Syria. We are talking about the pressure on China that needs to happen with North Korea, but then we're also moving things. We've changed the Israel bias that's happening at the United Nations by making sure that we call out anyone that focuses on that as opposed to focusing on the conflicts. We made sure that a ridiculous report that came out comparing Israel to apartheid state, we had that report pulled down. The director resigned. We are now changing the culture at the United Nations, and with that, we're changing the culture in the world in the discussions that we're having. We are going to be strong. We have already started leading as it comes to this administration, and we're going to continue to do that. And I'm very confident because I walk the halls of the United Nations. I talk with my colleagues. I know what the ambassadors are saying, and what they're saying is they're happy to see us leading against Iran. They're happy to see us putting pressure on China when it comes to North Korea. They're happy to